Welcome to the Real Estate Show on WGBF AM with your host, Charlie Butler. This is where you'll learn to sell your home quickly and for more money. And now, the host of the Real Estate Show, the guy who guarantees to sell your home or he'll buy it himself, Charlie Butler.
Good morning, Tri-State. This is the Charlie Butler Real Estate Show, and I'm Charlie Butler, here with my lovely co-host from Waterstone Mortgage, Abby Barr.
Well, good morning, Charlie. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and you know why I'm doing great is because today is the first day I've seen Bobby since the Cubs got beat last week. You know. How's that working out for you?
Well, they played a few more games than the Cardinals did, so I guess it's working out okay.
We're getting ready for next year.
Were they at home watching the game, wrapped up in their little fleece Cardinals blankets?
Okay, Bobby, enough from you.
You started it.
I like it better when Leslie was here last week. You know, she likes me better. So what's been going on with you?
You know, the mortgage world is still wonderful as always. Still taking quite a few applications, which is exciting. And I know that you're usually looking for sellers to list their homes, and I'm actually looking for sellers too, so I can go ahead and get them in our Platinum Pre-Approval program.
Yeah, I was just I was talking with as we always tell people. I was telling someone the other day who thought their credit was good, but just really didn't know, and they weren't quite ready to buy a house yet. I told them about you and told them about Waterstone. And I said, and this is a misconception, I guess we should get out there.
Right.
That they said, we won't be ready for 6 to 9 months. And the mortgage companies, they don't want to talk to us yet. And I said, well, it's the opposite. In case there is something that needs to be done, they want to go ahead and work with you. And at Waterstone, I know you guys, I mean, you're not officially credit repair people,
right,
but you help people in getting their credit repaired if they've got a ding on their credit or something like that.
Right.
You want to explain that a little bit?
We give them direction. It's good, even if it is 6 months, 9 months out, for us to go ahead and review your credit to make sure everything's up to snuff, I guess you'd say. And if there is something that's causing a ding on your credit, let's go ahead and look and see if you can get that medical collection paid off, or, you know, make sure that there's not something on there in error. And we have a program where we can run a scenario to see if we can tweak some things to improve your credit score. So that is an option as well. But yeah, if you're thinking it's 3 months, 6 months, 9 months out, go ahead and give us a call and we'll walk you through it. I actually had a buyer this past week, and she told me I probably won't buy until June of next year. And she was looking for no down payment or low down payment options. And during that conversation, she mentioned that her husband, who had passed away a couple of years ago, she was receiving VA benefits from him. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know, have you looked into doing a VA loan, which is a no down payment option?
Right.
VA loans do not have mortgage insurance on them. And she said, no, she hadn't even thought about that. So the good thing that she called me so early, there's a form she needs to complete to send into the VA to see if, as a surviving spouse, she can receive those benefits. But we've got more than enough time to do that because she's not ready to buy tomorrow. We'll take those extra steps and figure out how to get you where you need to be.
And I guess you guys are probably just like realtors. And speaking of realtors, we got Jenny McBride here with us.
Yes.
We're going to be on here in a second. So, hey, Jenny.
Hi, how are you, Charlie?
Doing great. But what I was going to say, you know, they think, you know, if we do a market analysis for them, they think, well, how much are you going to charge? You know, we don't charge anything. We never charge anything unless we sell your house.
Correct.
You know? And so I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it's the same way with you guys to help them get to this point, unless you finance their house,
exactly.
A purchase for them.
Right. We don't, we don't charge you to pull your credit and review everything to see where you stand. It only makes sense to do it up front a few months before you're ready to proceed with purchasing a home. Or even if you're just 1 month down the road, like with our Platinum Pre-Approval product, we can go ahead, pull your credit. If you're ready to go ahead and buy, if your credit looks good, we can go ahead and get the file underwritten. without you having a house. And that way it gives you a stronger purchase agreement, I guess is the best way to put it, because your file has already been through underwriting once. Whereas if a lender is just giving you a pre-qualification, hopefully they've pulled your credit, but not every lender does that. So where with a platinum pre-approval, we've totally reviewed your assets, reviewed your income, and we know that everything's going to work.
So for those that would like to have their credit pulled, how can they get a hold of you?
They can give me a call at 812-463-3199 or shoot me an email at ebar@waterstonemortgage.com.
And let me rephrase that question, because you just don't want to come in and we don't just come in and pull you just don't want to pull their credit. That was a bad way to phrase that. But for those that want to get pre-approved.
Yes.
And even if it's down the road.
And even if you just have mortgage questions in general, one of the favorite things about my job is the hand-holding, the education part of it, that I know everybody does not do this on a daily basis like I do. So for me, it's actually fun to walk through the process with somebody, whether it's your first home you're purchasing or whether it's your third or fourth.
Yeah, and I know sometimes, we always have to keep in mind there are things that we take for granted because we do it every day.
Yes.
And we got to remember, the buyer's only doing this in some cases once in their life, or usually only a few times in their life.
Right.
Unless they're investing in real estate.
And there's so many changes over the years that even if you just did 2 years ago, 5 years ago, there can still be some changes that you aren't aware of in the process.
But as you said earlier, we are looking for sellers right now, and we're all actually which we get a lot of calls from the show, but we got a good call the other day and we're listing a house in which will be on the market next week for anyone listen. In Centera Ridge.
Great.
And probably we're just working on the price now, but it's somewhere in the $250 range. So 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and just throw a little teaser. Any questions on that? Give us a call at the Charlie Butler team, 812-430-1708. Also, we, as we say every week, we need listings. We have there are tons of buyers out there, and right now, I know people tell you, the general public, people say, "Oh, you can't sell your home this time of year. The holidays are coming up, and it's getting cold." To put it in a technical term, that's a load of crap. Okay, because during the winter season, the holiday seasons. Yeah, I admit there are fewer buyers out there, but the buyers out there are serious.
Yes.
They're not out to look at paint colors and just check out a great floor plan. They're serious buyers.
Yes.
So, like I said, call us if you got questions. If you want a free market analysis, 812-430-1708 or cbutler@kw.com. But this is somebody I've been trying to get on for a while, and she won't come on, but we finally got her to come on. And for those of you that listen to the show all the time, you hear me talking about my partner Jenny, and we finally got her to come on. So we've got with us today Jenny McBride, who is my partner in the Keller Williams Capital Realty.
Yes.
And so Jenny, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you, Charlie?
I'm great. So Jenny and I we've worked together for about 14 years. We were just thinking about this. So, we were just talking about this off the air.
Long time.
A long time. Probably.
So you've got all the good stories on Charlie, right?
I have more stories than I can remember, probably.
And so Jenny and I, when the company that we were both with sold, we decided at the time, this was late 2008, to open our own company. And in 2009, officially 2009, we in our own minds it was 2008, but officially in 2009 we opened Capital Realty. And Jenny, we operate Capital Realty for a couple of years. I'm gonna let you take it from kind of people want, why did you change from Capital Realty to Keller Williams Capital Realty? Why are we at Keller Williams?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think one of the main reasons is because as owners of a real estate company, being an agent before, we knew that there was so much more value that we needed to provide to our associates that we couldn't supply them as an independent real estate company. So I think that was the biggest reason. And so we weren't in search. We had everybody coming to us,
right,
wanting us to become
whatever company,
Remax,
Century
Caldwell
21,
Banker, Century 21, all Weichert. I mean, they were all coming to us because how successful we were and how fast we were growing.
And we were, just to add to Jane's story, we were an unusually large independent company pretty quickly. Yeah. Right.
Absolutely. So none of those companies we felt were right for us. We felt like maybe we were going to add more to them than they were going to add to us. Yeah. And so it wasn't a win-win with any of those. So we knew about this company called Keller Williams, even though they're a large company, but no one had heard of them here locally. So we found out who we needed to talk to. We kind of actually searched them out,
right,
found out who we needed to talk to, and were able to have some good conversations with some people, and thought this company had more of the belief systems and great value for their associates. So that's when we sought further information and ended up meeting with John Davis, who is now the CEO of the company, and
he was a regional director back then.
Yeah.
This was 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
or late 2010. I don't remember when we met with John. Late 2010. We became a Keller Williams 2011.
Right. Yeah. Right. And I think the big thing that impressed us with Keller Williams was everyone else was like, if we gave it to you for free, would you do it? Or what if we gave you $100,000 to get started? And
we turned down a lot of money.
Yeah,
we did.
But Keller Williams, they wanted to know about us. I guess they wanted to make sure that we were going to be successful before they would award us a franchise. Like, you just can't just say, I want one and buy one. They want to make sure that you have the right mix of agents there to be successful. And if you're financially, you're going to be profitable, because that's important. Mm-hmm. Because I believe it's like 96%.
I think it's 99. I think now.
Okay.
I think I'm not sure, but the last national convention, which we call Family Reunion, I believe it was 99. So I don't know what's happened during the year.
Okay. So 98 to 99% of all Keller Williams market centers are profitable.
That's very impressive.
Yes. So I would think that if you're an agent at a company, you would want to make sure that your broker was profitable.
Yeah. Because if he's not, you may not have a company to go to. Yeah.
Exactly. So they wanted all of this. They wanted to know about us, make sure that we were successful before they would award us a franchise. And that was really important to me.
Well, and it was very important. And as you said, one of the things, and I remember Jenny alluded to John Davis earlier, we meet with him at a Keller Williams in a St. Louis suburb, and probably about 4 hours, something like that. He told us, and Jenny and I we can tell we're interested, and we said, well, we're interested in pursuing this. And as Jenny just said, John looked at us and he said, well, now I got to decide if we're interested in you.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. And so he came in to Evansville twice. His number 2 person came in once. I mean, they were here 3 times, and what did it take? 8. I mean, set this up first. Some of these national franchises we're talking about, Remax, Century 21, besides offering money, they would say, okay, it's basically just sign here and you're a franchise. How long did it take to become a Keller Williams, Jen?
It was at least 8 months and stacks of paperwork.
Thousands of pages of documents.
And trips to Austin and
trips to Dallas.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So so it was a lot of work. And but I think that speaks volumes for Keller Williams as a company. And again, just to know that they wanted to know that we were going to be successful and how important that is.
And I think that speaks volumes to why that Keller Williams is now the number one real estate company per agent count in the world, which is somewhere around 163,000, I think.
Yeah,
Wow.
around
somewhere
there.
in that range.
Mm-hmm.
But to kind of back up Jenny's point here, the founder of the company, Gary Keller, and Jenny and I were both there in Austin one time. He was the current CEO at the time, very great speaker named Mark Willis. We were number 2 in the country. It's been several years ago, and almost number 1. And Mark is just pushing everybody, get to number 1. And
The Evansville Keller Williams
number one in the world. Yeah,
Gotcha.
And so Gary gets up on stage afterwards, and Mark has just made this great speech, and Gary said, "Look, if they don't have our values, if they don't believe in the same things we do, tell them to go to RE/MAX, or tell them to go to Century 21, because I don't want them here."
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And but
Which is true. I mean, we are not right for everybody.
absolutely. Mm-hmm. And so, Jenny, people hear me on here every week, and but your role in the company is much more of a day-to-day role. I mean, Jenny and I are 50-50 partners, but you take care, while I'm there every day, more as an agent, you're overseeing the company every day. You're in Keller Williams speak, you're the operating principal. What does that mean?
Well, the main thing that it means is that it's a big accountability holding person, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah, that's very true.
Make it easy, I guess. So my job is to hold the people that work underneath us, our leadership team, accountable to running the company and to growing the agent's business, and that's pretty much it.
But it is. There's a short explanation, but it's a big job.
Oh yeah, it is a big job, and I would say about half of my work week is working with my leadership team and making sure that we continue on our upward path that we're on now.
How many realtors do you currently have at the Evansville office?
We have 43. I'm sorry, 94.
Wow.
94.
Yeah, I was going to say I think 43 is a little
we were 43
we had
when we got
almost
started.
43 when we were an independent, okay?
Yeah. We have 94 now.
Yeah. And you are listening to the Charlie Butler Show on WGBF AM. I hit it, Bobby. They always make, I forget to announce the show during the middle, so that's what.
Oh, okay.
Then that's what the note Debbie just passed me. Bobby's usually got a big sign up like announce yourself, But one of the things that has made, I've watched you and I've watched how you've grown, and you're a tremendous leader. But we have been fortunate. The current people we've got some very good leadership people, right? And we got some very good leaders in our company right now.
Absolutely.
that are reporting to you.
Right. Well, absolutely. To start off, our team leader, Nathan Swanson, has not been with us very long, but he has really come in and stepped in as a leader to grow the company. And also work with the staff in order to help them grow in their leadership as well. Then we have Chrissy Seaboy, who is our financial person in our company, and she's been with us a long time. I don't think that it's very hard to find somebody that you can trust with your money. Yeah. And I trust her with my own personal finances, if that's what it came down to.
Jenny and I completely. I mean, Christy, we see the reports of how much money is where, and that's really. I mean, we trust her that much. I mean, she is
absolutely. And then the agents love her because she's the one that pays them. So.
She must cut the checks quickly.
Yes, and that's really important to us as well, as make sure that they get paid in a timely manner. Yeah.
So we talk about one thing. I mean, I don't want time to get away from us. We got a little bit of time left, but I think you did something recently. One of the I just thought was great, and I'm unfortunately couldn't go. Was Hurricane Harvey in Texas.
Right.
Was really, really devastating there. And Keller Williams had their mid-year sales event or agent event, thank you, called Mega Camp, which we go to every year in Austin. And so Keller Williams made a decision to cancel that and have those agents to work with helping demuck houses,
right?
Helping the Jenny. Don't let me get to it, but because Jenny was there, I was. Jenny, you want to tell a little bit about what kind of experience that was at Mega Relief?
So we were all planning to go down to Austin for our big convention to learn, to learn, and all of a sudden, Hurricane Harvey hits, and in Houston. A lot of those, because Austin is more inland, a lot of people have came to Austin, when they didn't have a home anymore. So the mayor of Austin decided that he was going to open up the convention center to people to come in to stay.
Right.
And so Keller Williams made the decision, as much of a profit center that our conventions are to them, that we were going to turn Mega Agent Camp into Mega Relief. And so they partnered with numerous organizations in Austin, such as the Austin Disaster Relief Network and Second Baptist Church, to have the agents, if they wanted to, still come down to Austin, because everybody had their hotel rooms and everything like that. So we could still come down to Austin and help with the relief. So I bet there was 50 plus buses there that would send agents to Sealy, Texas, and I'm trying to think of...
Was it Katy, Texas?
Katy, Texas. Yeah. To demuck homes. So in the 4 days that we were there, they actually demucked 150 flooded homes. Wow. And an interesting story about that is two of our agents were involved with the demucking.
John and Christy
Horton were. And they said that they demucked a home for people, and their next door neighbor had to hire a company to come in and demuck a home, and it was $40,000. And Keller Williams did their house for nothing. So 150 flooded homes got demucked. We actually worked in a facility where we took donations in. So we sorted deodorants, shampoos, cleaning supplies, clothes, toothbrushes, toothpaste, and put together welcome kits and that sort of thing. Diapers. I mean, it was unbelievable the amount of stuff that was coming in for these flood victims.
The toothbrush made me think of a story you told me. You want to repeat that? Yeah,
that's the toothbrush story really kind of hit me hard. So the people come in to the distribution center. They give each family member five clothes, underwear, and that sort of thing, socks and such. But the thing that this family was the most appreciative, there was 5 of them in the family, was They each got a toothbrush, a brand new toothbrush. And she said for several days, our whole family has been sharing the same toothbrush.
Yeah. I mean, until you see something like that, I'm sure we see how bad it is on TV, but you can't imagine, until, I heard I saw that the Hortons with that, the demucking, and a mutual friend of ours, Peter Economos, I saw he told a similar story. I think the neighbor had paid $30,000 to have his.
Yeah. It was just worse than you could possibly imagine. It was just sewage backed up into people's homes, and mold grows so fast. It's just a pretty sad situation, but I was so honored to have the ability to go down there and do that, because it was my first time ever having that experience. And it makes you really appreciative of what you have, and also makes you want to help more when a situation happens like that.
That's just fantastic. And also, but Keller Williams for many, many years has had an arm of their company called KW Cares, and
right.
And all KW Cares it is a 501(c) charity.
501c3.
501c. Thank you. I put one too many numbers in there. But they have been helping in Irma,
Harvey, the Mexico earthquake, the North California wildfires, and the Puerto Rico hurricane going through Puerto Rico.
So and here's the thing that we need to get out to people. It's not this stuff. We all gave money right away. We thought this is great. This stuff didn't go right away. Mm-hmm. I mean, what Keller Williams did and what Jenny did and those associates were great, but there's still a lot of work to do down there.
Right.
And in these other, and we see Puerto Rico now on TV every day. So, Jenny, I know we've had several local businesses that have contributed, and we want to thank them. We've had several of our agents contribute, and I think we've raised over $10,000
Yeah,
locally.
we've raised $11,000 locally on a regional level, which consists of like Illinois, part of Indiana, a little bit of Michigan, I believe. We've raised almost $350,000, and Keller Williams as a company has raised $10 million so far.
And which the $10 million sounds like a lot of money, but to do everything they want to do, they're figuring it's going to take at least $20 million.
At least $20 million. We raised $5 million for Hurricane Katrina, and we had about 800 associates there. We had over 4,000 associates affected by Harvey alone. And so
a lot by Irma, I'm sure, because we're big in Florida.
Right. And Puerto Rico. And the wildfire. It's an ongoing. We didn't expect to have this much disaster in such a combined time,
So those that are listening that want to help and want to, KW, and this money, this is one of the great things. 100% of the money goes to. My understanding has always been, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that the leadership of the company pays for the staff.
Yes. The leadership of Keller Williams pays for the administration of KW Cares. So 100% of it goes to help Keller Williams associates in disaster situations. So if you want to donate, if anybody wants to donate, they can drop off a check to our office on Morgan Avenue, made payable to KW Cares, and we can make sure that it gets sent to Keller Williams Corporate.
4004 East Morgan Avenue, as Jenny said, in Evansville. Jenny, we're about out of time. Anything you want to add?
I don't think so, Charlie. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, you can. Hey, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk to about Keller Williams. Will you come back again?
Sure.
Okay. Jenny McBride, thank you very much. And Evie, I think we're about out of time. I think I see Rush at the door. Rush is going to beat that door down yet. For Jenny McBride, Evie Barr, this is Charlie Butler. Have a great Sunday.
You've been listening to The Real Estate Show on WGBF AM with the guy who guarantees to sell your home or he'll buy it himself, Charlie Butler. Join us every week at this time to find out how to sell your home quickly and for more money. For more information, email cbutler@kw.com or visit charliebutlerteam.com.